Hi, Susan.
Hi, Linda. Nice to hear your voice.
Nice to hear yours. I could hear another voice in the background.
Yes. She has the lungs of I don't know who, but very impressive. She's downstairs. I'm upstairs.
Okay.
She's with her parents. Yeah, she's
Oh.
with her parents and just hasn't had enough naps today. and is teething.
Oh my goodness. How,
Yeah,
how old is she now?
4.5 months.
Oh my. Oh my.
I know. I've been here since Monday, and this is the first time she's done this. She's usually, I don't know. She usually.
Going.
Okay.
No problem. Hi, Janice.
Hi.
Hi, Janice. It's Susan G.
Oh, yep. Sorry. I'm very tired and may not be as swift on my responses as I should be.
All okay. Susan, G is calling from Cape Cod.
Ooh, very nice.
And I could tell, well, I won't, but my granddaughter is screaming downstairs with her parents. She's just had a tiring day. Maybe you can hear her. I don't know.
Nope.
Nope,
Janice cannot hear you. Cannot hear her.
No,
that's good.
She's quiet right now, it seems, at least to us.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Joanne is coming today.
Ah.
Yeah. She let me know that she was going to try, but she may not come. So we have to wait now. We'll wait for Susan before we can actually.
Right. We don't have a quorum.
Right. Yeah. You have a nice sunny spot there, Janice.
Well, it's sort of, I'm sitting for Susan G's benefit. I'm in my office and the sun is coming through my east window. So this is
nice.
Indirect light.
Right.
But I did get out in the sun a little bit.
I know, what a day. Phew.
This is my chemo day and I'm just tired. I feel okay, but I'm tired because it just tends to make me a little tired that night and following day a little bit. But otherwise I'm doing quite well. And the coughing is allergies, that's all.
Yeah. I wonder where Susan is. I spoke with her a few days ago and she indicated.
You want me to call her?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have her number memorized, as you might as well, but let's see. Of course, her phone is downstairs and her computer's upstairs, so.
That's true.
Now I've forgotten her number, 253-704. Yeah. I can't believe this. Having said that, man, but I'm saved for myself.
Yeah, she's here.
Okay.
There we go. We're good. Phew. There's Susan.
Hi, sorry, we've had some family issues today.
Oh.
And I was just on the phone. My brother's in the emergency room. He's got COVID and it's doing terrible things to his dementia.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Susan.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's hard to deal with. And I've been trying to support my sister-in-law as much as I could today.
Do you want to talk about it? I can stop recording if you need to talk for a few minutes.
No, I don't. Just that's my apology for being late. I was talking with Pommy.
Yeah, no worries. Susan, I told Susan Gomberg, who's calling from Cape Cod. And if
Oh.
you hear a baby, it's her granddaughter downstairs with her parents.
Okay.
Okay, and I told Susan and Janice that Joanne is most likely, since she's not here yet, she's most likely not coming.
Yeah, I know is she home? Is she home? Okay.
Yep. I just want to remind us all we're recording, so, you know.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to call us to order at 5:34 p.m. And we'll just take a roll call of everyone who's here. Linda
I guess
Aviscott.
I start.
Go ahead.
Gomberg, Susan Gomberg.
Janice Gray.
Susan Millinger.
Yep, and I already went out of order. Okay, so the first item on our agenda is to consider the 3 March 9th minutes. And so is there a motion? Would someone like to make a motion to approve or?
This is Gomberg. I make a motion to approve the March 9th minutes.
Janice Gray seconds.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, shall we vote? Roll call vote.
Gomberg, aye.
Janice Gray.
Gomberg, aye.
Susan Millinger, aye.
And Scott, aye. And thank you, Susan, very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for the help I had.
Yep, you got it. Okay, so financial update. In this, Susan Millinger asked if we would consider whether we've allocated enough money for the foot clinic for the remainder of the fiscal year. So with Susan Millinger's corrections to my math, we started the month with $2,822.71, which includes the allocation for the fitness classes. So that's already been subtracted because we're anticipating those invoices to come before the end, by the end of the fiscal year. There's still, and then I subtract $500 for Village Neighbors, which that's on me. I need to, write out the paperwork to have that pay, our donation that we agreed we would contribute $500 a year. And then March foot care was $140. So if I've done my math correctly, we have a balance of $2,182.71.
And this is Gomberg, is that until June?
That's, yes.
June?
Yes, this is our,
Okay.
through the end of June, yes. And so we had we had estimated $800 for foot clinic. And we've just, last month was $140. So that would leave a balance, an estimated balance of $660, which to Susan's inquiry, we have 3 months left, April, May, and June. So that's $220 a month. And based on, what we've been contributing from our grant to cover people, that seems adequate. Yes, Susan.
Millinger here. I was concerned because in February foot care by nurses cost us $260, which
Right.
was high, and I thought, geez, if we're going to have that much each month.
Right. We had, in that month we had participants who contributed less. That's why that one was so much higher. And so, and for example, this month was $140. So that kind of balances it out.
Mhm.
Um, so if we go with that, just if we go with that, 660, that leaves us with a balance of $1,522.71. Janice?
This is Janice Gray here. I don't know where to mention this, but I'll throw it out now. So we had spent $53.90 for the postage for the survey.
Mhm.
And you may remember that Noor had talked about how he could help with that. And I personally think it was a small enough amount that maybe we can just swallow it, but we should let him know if we agree to do that. So
Oh, let him know.
that
Let
let
him
him
know
know that
that we
there's
don't.
not a bill about to show up.
Oh, okay, I
I
understand.
think
what
we
you mean.
thought
Yeah,
the whole survey, when he first came to us about it, was going to cost us a lot more,
right,
and it didn't. And
right.
so if we can comfortably absorb the $53.90, he's probably got a budget that's a little stressed himself.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know if that's a motion or if that's something for further unanticipated item, but since we're talking about money, I thought I'd
Yeah,
pop it in now.
yeah. Yeah, we already subtracted the 5390 from,
Yeah,
yeah. And so I think we talked about what I think is what you're bringing up new, Janice, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you're bringing up, what I understand is letting Noor know that we have no expenses.
yeah, we're not going to be
Related to the
sending him an
survey.
invoice.
Okay, got it.
And I'd be glad to be the person to do that.
Oh, that would
If
be
we,
great.
if we agree that,
Oh,
know,
right,
that's what we want to do. So,
right. I thought we already,
well, there was a casual conversation
Mhm.
between you and me on the phone.
oh,
And
okay.
I
'Cause I was
said
thinking,
we should talk about this at this meeting, but I don't think we
Oh.
discussed it as a
Oh, okay, because
council
I'm
meeting.
thinking we did that last time, but yeah, so would you like to make a motion?
Do the others think
To
we
the
already
extent
agreed on
that that we're going to bear the 5390 and not ask for reimbursement from NOR, something like that? That's what,
I'm waiting to hear from the other two people here.
okay,
This is Gomberg. I think it's fine to not charge him for that money.
Billinger, I agree.
yeah.
So then do I make a motion?
Yeah, well, just that protocol would be to make the motion,
Okay,
second it, and then have the discussion.
but then I've
So,
done it in backwards order and I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that's why I was going that way, Janice, that's all.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right, so, well, but I got confused because you seem to think we'd already discussed
Yeah,
this
yeah,
last time.
but,
Anyway,
yeah.
and maybe I forgot about it. So anyway, I move that we not charge LifePath for the postage for the survey.
This is Gomberg. I second the motion.
Okay, any other comments? Okay, shall we vote? Roll call vote.
This is Gomberg, aye.
Gray, aye.
Millinger, I.
And Scott, aye. And thank you, Janice, for bringing that forward and being willing to let Nora know. Okay, are we good with finances?
Yes.
Okay, all right, next up is foot clinic, and I do have a report that I was responsible for speaking with Becky. And Susan Gomberg, do you have anything?
No, I had said I would contact Sue Miller to see if she was going to be back from California. I kind of forgot to do it until last week, and then I have not gotten a call from her. So I don't know where she is and if she's going to be here or not here next week for foot visit.
Okay, thank you. So, right, so next week is home visits, as we have been doing. I spoke with Becky and explained, asked her to, her thoughts about resuming in-person foot clinic, and she told me that she would take it under consideration. She's, trying to sort out how much in and out of town hall can be handled. If that sentence makes sense. So
Yes, this is Gomberg. It does make sense, and I have to say it's our terrible timing again.
I know.
When the last time we proposed this, I think it was the Delta wave, and now I don't know what it is, but there's another wave of things coming. My son works in the Falmouth emergency room as a PA, and he said they're seeing lots of COVID come in. So it's out there again.
Yeah.
So it's again not the time for us perhaps to go back to town hall.
I know. It seemed possible when we had at our last meeting.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Everybody, how, Susan and Janice?
Familiar. I certainly do. I was in Greenfield this afternoon. It was amazing to me how many people were not wearing masks. And so that means to me, we're going to have a lot of cases.
Yeah. And Gray seconds that. And then I was at Cooley Dickinson for treatment today, and the nurse and I were talking, and she had gone out to hear some music for the first time with her husband for a long time. And she was kind of shocked how many people were not wearing masks. And she was a little uneasy about that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there it sits, with Becky for now, and I'm hearing that we're kind of not anxious to resume at this point.
Nope, not rushing in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Says
Yeah.
Janice.
This is
Great.
Gomberg. Gomberg, I agree.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, it's such an uncertain time, just when you think.
I'm going to make a bad joke. We should propose this, and then we would know another wave is coming, because that's our pattern twice now. Sorry for the joke. It's COVID is not a joke.
No,
No, it isn't.
but-
No.
no.
So-
Yeah. So, okay. All right. You ready to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, the next item I put up is the newsletter article. And so I sent it around, and I added some information, and I just thought it would be great to have everybody's feedback on your thoughts on what I did.
I can start. I don't know if others have had a chance to read it. I only had one suggestion
Mhm.
to add something, and I don't know where, at the beginning or at the end. But since the last newsletter, we talked about the survey, your survey,
Oh,
just
right.
a little short sentence to, we'd like to thank everyone who took the time to complete the survey.
Okay, great idea, Janice.
And then in fact,
Thank you.
it's already on the website when Noor sent out his newsletter piece, with saying how many responses they got and what they're doing now. I updated our web page. So it
Okay.
no longer says they're due on March 11th. It says, they got this many total. And so I could pick up some language from that saying, they're now going to analyze the data and this is what we're going to do. But it could be a very short paragraph, but
Okay.
I think it's good to thank people, but I don't know if should be at the beginning or at
I'll
the
put it
bottom.
right at the top, Janice.
You want me
Yeah.
to write it or do you want to write it?
I'll do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Then I'll send it on. Well, I'll do it. You can.
Okay, well, look at the website and you can pull language off of that, then you won't have to
Okay.
reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Because I was, it didn't dawn on me I was looking at the last article and survey was right at the top, and it didn't dawn on me. Thank everyone. Thank you, Janice.
Well, that's sort of the first rule in fundraising letters anyways. If you have a prior relationship with your reader, you thank them for their past support and then you ask them for more money. So it's kind of the same. We're not asking for money, but we acknowledge that they did that. And it'd be nice if we had how many Shutesbury responses he had, but we don't have them as far as
We
I know.
don't have that yet. Yeah.
So we can do that
Great.
later.
Yes, thank you so much. I'll be happy to add that and then I'll send it over to you.
Okay.
And so Susan M and Susan G, anything?
No,
Gomberg, nope, nothing from me.
Thanks. Okay.
yeah, Millinger, sorry, somehow I missed reading the article.
Okay. It just, I added to what we've had before. I added information about Valley Eye Radio, the community.
Want me to tell you?
Where is my article? There it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I put in a message from the Executive Office of Elder Affairs Secretary Elizabeth Chen about access to COVID tests at no cost, and then information about boosters and information about, as I said, Valley Eye Radio and the my computer's spinning around. Community legal aid was the other addition, which provides free legal services to folks, and which includes the Medicare Advocacy Project that helps people with Medicare issues. And I think that's it. And I'm going to put at the top, thank you for participating in the survey. So that's the scoop on that. And then Gizette. Are you okay, Susan M?
Mhm.
Okay. So I had a chance to connect a bit with Sally, and she said that she would be happy to help write articles. However, she doesn't want to do layout. That she feels is just too much for her, that it's hard to do for her. So that's my report on Sally's availability.
This is great. I think I said at the last meeting that if toward the end of the last meeting, when we talked about it, about contacting Sally, that if she didn't want to do the layout, I could easily pick that up. That's a small thing. The writing, I'd love to have her write it, but I could pick up the layout, and I already do have the template because I created one from hers when she had to cease her activity on it because of Andy dying. So I have it someplace.
Thank you, Janice. Thank you so
I
much.
better make sure of that, but I'm pretty sure I have it in
Yeah.
my file somewhere.
Okay, that'll be wonderful. I let Sally know that, we wouldn't be, doing an issue right away, that we were going to wait till, I guess we were thinking after town meeting and somewhere in there, so we weren't overlapping with the town newsletter. Right?
Right.
Yeah, and look, I must have it someplace.
Okay.
I just not seeing it.
Okay.
Oh, because I'm looking under minutes. Maybe that's why. It's here somewhere, and if not, I can reinvent it again. Oh, there we go. Okay, I
good
got
job.
it. I got it.
Good job.
I hadn't checked before I opened my mouth. So,
Are we good to move on, everybody?
Yes, Gomberg saying.
So the next item we have on the agenda is membership. Thinking we might be talking with Tracy, but we're not, because she's not here. So
She was going to write you.
pardon me?
She was going to write you. You
Oh,
haven't received any kind of message from her?
no, I haven't.
Well, can I pass on what she told me?
Sure, if you're comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, if you're comfortable. She said she regrets, but she doesn't feel this is the time that she can take it on. She's feeling that she's got too much going on now.
Okay,
But she said she wanted to make sure that we knew that if we had a need for a volunteer for a project, she would be happy to do it. And that her forte anyway is interacting with people who might have problems that would relate to our concerns or might have issues related to our concerns.
okay. Thank you, Susan. It's helpful to know.
Yeah.
It's helpful to know. So, that way we can include that we have a vacancy in our article. I took that part out, hoping.
Should I put it on the website?
Yes, please, if you'd like to, that'd be great. Yeah, be nice to have another member. And I guess, at some point we need to ask Melissa. So, okay, all right. So it's interesting to notice, I'll just tell you, this is kind of an anecdote. We're the only folks having a Zoom meeting, a town-related Zoom meeting tonight. And we have this really tiny agenda. And we could just go on because no one else is going to be clamoring for our spot.
We're proceeding rapidly through our agenda too.
Yes, we are. And so the next item I had was training and resources. So we received a flyer from the Upper Pioneer Valley Veterans Services District. And they're having, it's addressed to Council on Aging board members. And they're inviting us to a veteran and dependent benefit presentation on April 28th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. at the Irving Senior Center. And they're going to cover, they're going to provide information about VA benefits for veterans, but specifically for seniors, and disability compensation, healthcare, home-based care, SHINE assistance, burial benefits, and low-income programs. So one of their staff persons contacted us to see who might be coming, and I explained that we'd be meeting tonight. I did ask her about any protocols that would be in place. I said that, we're all older, and I know people will ask me, and there aren't any.
Well, forget it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to say that to her, but because I said I'd ask, but yeah, there's no mask requirement, no vaccination proof or anything like that. So I'm not comfortable going,
And I'm not.
Right.
Be different if it were Zoom, if it were a virtual meeting.
Yeah, I know. It would be great because it would be helpful to know. I know the assessor's office are aware of VA benefits, and our treasurer is aware of, there's different programs that go on for veterans in our town. And we do have a representative. But anyway, so I'll let her know. I'll let her know, and I'll tell her why.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so thank you, everybody. So there's that, and then I did put the information about the legal aid and the Medicare assistance program and Valley Eye Radio, so you'll be able to all read about that in the newsletter. hold on for 1 second. I want to tell you something else. Um, just have to wait for my computer to wake up. So drug take back day is coming up, but
Oh.
we know it's before the newsletter comes
Oh.
out. Yeah,
Okay.
no, I know, it would be great. But it's Saturday, just for your own information, it's Saturday, April 30th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the closest drop off, well, there's one in Pelham, but
Oh, right.
Wildwood School in Amherst is an easy one. And if you've never done it before, it's really easy. You just drive up and there's people there that just take your stuff.
I did it. This is Janice Gray. I did it in Pelham a couple of years ago. At first I thought you were going to say there was one in Shutesbury, but now I know it's the same kind of spread out
Right,
among the towns.
right. So, yeah, so just wanted you all to know that.
It's like Susan Millinger had a question.
Well,
Yes,
actually, it's a comment relevant to this. When I was getting my booster shot, my second booster shot down at the CVS in
Oh, right.
Belchertown, I noticed that they have a disposal for drugs. They have a
Yes.
big container.
They do
great.
in Amherst.
And I
Great.
was wondering, Janice, because I'd never seen one in Amherst, so I was wondering if they
Well-
had one.
Well, what happened when I took it to Pelham, they had closed the container at the University Drive CVS. Because I didn't know about it either. And I was saying to my oncologist, what do I do with these leftover drugs that I don't use, some of which are controlled substances? And she said, oh, you can take them to CVS. So I went to CVS and said, well, we don't do that anymore because of COVID. Now they're back. So the Pelham, when I took it to Pelham, the CVS did not have an option. I don't know about the North Pleasant one in Amherst, but the CVS and University Drive, if you go back to the pharmacy, like you're going to pick up a prescription, on your right, there's a big bin with a chute, kind of like a mailbox chute.
Yeah, that's what it's like in Belchertown, too.
Oh, that's really helpful to know that you know there's a place that you can go in between the big day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm always doing something else on the big day.
Yeah.
I've only been able to do it once. I went over to Wildwood.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, so that we get some regular updates about things from this comes from the Northwestern District Attorney's Office is where this comes from. Okay, so there's that, and I wondered if anyone has taken the training that Joanne sent around to all of us. If
Not
anyone,
yet.
I didn't, I'm just asking if you were, if you've tried it, that's all I'm curious about.
Which one
So
is
I
that,
haven't yet.
Linda?
What?
Which one is that, Linda?
It was LBTQ plus training.
Yes, I did it. It's excruciatingly easy.
Oh, wonderful.
Makes-
Okay, great.
Makes you pull your hair out.
How long does it take, Susan?
It tells you at the beginning that it takes, say, X amount of time, and for some reason I remember 52 minutes. And
Oh.
believe me, there's no way to speed it up. But I don't know. I don't remember, but I just remember it just took forever. And it could have, you know the answer, you put in the answer, and it doesn't let you move forward. So it's exceptionally easy. It's very interesting. It provides, say, vignettes of different situations where people interact with others, healthcare workers, and how some of them are just very homophobic without knowing it, and some are just terrible. And then it presents the right way to do something. So it's interesting, but I just remember it just took forever. And certainly the 52 minutes could just be totally wrong. But it was very easy.
Great, thank you so much. Okay, so that's encouraging, everybody.
Yeah. It's on my list actually for a rainy day.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
It's
trying to
Yes,
get my
that's a-
garden going, so that's been
Yeah.
my excuse.
It's on my list as well, and I just, there's been some discussion on the Mass Council of Council on Aging's, what do you want to call it? Their, what do you call it? When it's just they have a forum. It's a forum where
It's a
folks.
listserv.
Hmm?
It's a
Like a
listserv.
it's like a listserv. Yeah, it's a forum so that people write in their questions, and there's been a little bit of discussion about this particular training, and you can imagine in a larger city or town that they were trying to organize a group session somehow in that, and so there was a lot of discussion about having trouble getting that to work. So that's why I was curious if anyone had that. So now we know that it's okay to, okay. So,
Okay.
yep. So anything else?
Mrs. Gomberg, I don't have anything. But the baby stopped crying finally.
Janice or Susan M?
I can't, I already threw out my oddball things like about postage and the newsletter, so that was it.
Susan M, anything?
No, nothing.
Okay. I don't think that we've overlooked anything. We did our finances for clinic, newsletter, Gazette.
Linda, I do have one other thought, and it could just be that I lost a connection somewhere. But are we still doing our own Shutesbury survey, or did that go by the boards once Noor's survey came out? I was never sure of that.
So Susan and M and Janice, correct me if I misstate, but what I remember that we were going to wait for hopefully we were going to be able to have our own results from the age-friendly survey. And then let me just step back. Before that, way back when we met with Brian McHugh from the Regional Housing Authority, and he's told us that we needed to do a general survey first before we could do a housing specific survey, which is what we were working on, a general survey, and then the age-friendly survey came along. And so that if I'm on the right path with this, I'm thinking that perhaps that the age-friendly results will serve as our general survey, and then we'll be able to move towards a housing specific one once we have some results, or we may feel like we need, I don't know what we'll feel like, but we'll see what we get from the age-friendly one. So
Right here, that was my understanding as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I'm wondering, depending on what the age-friendly survey leads to, if it leads to an emphasis on affordable housing, which, given Janice's report on the meeting that she went to, it seems to like that's a major topic here.
Mhm.
It could be that that there'll be a group of people looking into affordable housing issues, and possibly even more the possibility of a couple of communities sharing.
yeah, I mean, that would really be great. I don't know. I mean, seems like that is one of the benefits of being part of LifePath's age-friendly communities network, is the possibility of collaboration on something as huge as affordable housing for seniors. So we'll see. We may not need to do our own housing specific survey. I think that's what you're saying, Susan, and yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what develops.
Mhm.
from the survey.
Yeah. 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 Okay, are we good?
I think so.
Okay, well, I guess we can have a motion to adjourn at 6:09 PM. That was pretty fast.
Wow.
Well, we've had a lot to deal with in the last couple of months, actually.
We
Just the
have.
survey itself.
Yeah, I
And
was,
Kristen Burgess and all the, I haven't heard anything more about the suites for seniors or whatever, or suites, whatever that other thing was.
yeah,
So-
yeah, I haven't either. And right, because we had Kristen, and then before that we had the tax exemption inquiries and research, and then we had our special session with Kevin Rudin. So
Yep.
yeah, and then the survey and all of that, figuring out what we were going to do.
So, we deserve a little meeting light.
Yes.
LIT.
Yes. So,
And the
okay.
secretary is happy with it.
Okay, good. Good.
So do we need an official motion, or did you just
Yeah.
make one?
No,
I
I
think
didn't.
we need to approve one, vote on it.
Oh, well, okay, I move we adjourn the meeting at 6:10 PM.
Second,
This is
Oops.
Domberg. I second. Yep.
Okay,
seconds.
let's roll call.
Domberg, aye.
Gray, aye.
Millinger, aye.
And Scott, aye. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye,
Linda.
everybody.
You. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy the
Bye.
baby.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.